Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we're gonna be talking about Bill Belichick calling it quits at the University of North Carolina. But before we jump into it, go ahead and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification button so you can stay up to date on all of the latest drops. I am about I think I'm close to being at 100 like 780 subscribers. So help your boy out so we can get to 780. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen because I saw this article came out today. So I'm gonna share my screen and I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger. Let's see. All right. So I'm just gonna read it out to y'all real fast. It says this article was written by Mike Florio, and it says report Bill Belichick had discussed buyout options with North Carolina. All right, so just gonna get to the nitty gritty. Um, it says that pretty much the latest development comes from Ali Connolly of the Read option and the Guardian, despite the absence of an affiliation that would imbue his reporting with instant credibility. Multiple tweets he posted on Wednesday afternoon reads as if they are both they have legitimacy and authority. So, per Connolly, citing unnamed sources, Bill Belichick has discussed buyout options with North Carolina hierarchy. Bill Belichick has signaled a willingness to trigger his own $1 million buyout if he can find a soft landing with another team or in the media. That's crazy. He might just spend his own money to get his way out of North Carolina. Bill Belichick contract allows him to exit at any time by paying back $1 million to the school, uh, absent a for cause termination. However, North Carolina would owe him $20 million or so if he were to pull the plug on his deal. That gives him leverage to avoid paying to leave and to possibly get some of the remaining money in exchange for going out quietly. That's insane. That First of all, I want to talk about the fact that um, he's probably gonna get $20 million from the school. Yeah. Oh, okay. It says he would get 20. North Carolina would owe him $20 million or so if it were to pull the plug on his deal. Okay. I was confused. So all he would have to do to walk was pay $1 million of his own money, which that's nothing to Bill Belichick. $1 million is like $100. Dude, the Bill Belichick got a lot of money. He got that old money. So he would have to pay back $1 million and he could walk. But if North Carolina decided to pull the plug, they would owe him $20 million. It's crazy how these coaches are able to bake in and cook in these crazy buyouts. You saw Ed Ogeron, Coach O. I think LSU paid him $15 to $16 million to walk. Brian Kelly has a ridiculous amount of money that they would owe him if they fired him before his 10 years is up. I wish Brian. I wish Bill. I wish Brian Kelly would pay for his own buyout and get the hell away from LSU, but that's not going to happen. But back to Bill Belichick. Yeah, this article is crazy. First of all, North Carolina is 2-3. They can get a bowl game. All you need to win is like 5 or 6 games to get a bowl game. They're already halfway there. They got 2 wins. So that's crazy. I know it's they're 2-3, but it must be really really bad for him to want to kind of leave in the middle of the season. I don't think we've ever seen a college football coach. I don't think I recall a college football coach the last time being fired or just quitting in the middle of the season. I probably am mistaken, but I can't remember the last time that's happened. So this is wild. And you know, I thought this was gonna work. I really thought this was gonna work. I mean, we're talking about Bill Belichick. I thought if he was able to make it work in the NFL, he was gonna be able to make it work in college. I do know that college is a different type of game because it's totally different because obviously you got to recruit and you talking to kids with very fragile egos and stuff like that. They're kids to me. I'm 39 years old, but I thought he would make it work. I mean, this is his first season. You got to have building blocks to say, hey, first season, let's just compete and get a bowl game. Second season, compete some more. Maybe try to sneak in the playoffs or something like that. But just like Bill, he out of there already. And he's quitting on these kids, right? These kids are going out there every day at practice, and they're giving it their all. And he's quitting on these kids. A lot of these kids probably transferred to North Carolina because they thought they wanted to play for probably the greatest head coach of all times, Bill Belichick. And so well, coach of all time, but definitely probably the greatest NFL head coach of all times, Bill Belichick. The dude got like eight Super Bowl rings. And so he has a wealth of knowledge. Say what you want to say about Bill Belichick. He has a wealth of knowledge. And I mean, his staff, he has Hall of Famers on the staff. He has Super Bowl winners on his staff. He got some elite guys that he coached in the NFL on his staff. So, a lot of those kids that want to go there and get developed by the best, and he's virtually quitting on them for a soft landing spot with another team. So I guess he want to be like an analyst or something for another team, or come in like that and advise another team, or back in the media. He had a job in the media. The NFL propped him up. He was appearing on podcasts. He was going on these different shows. I don't know if he called any games in the NFL, but I mean, he had a very cushy job in the NFL, and he left that to go back to UNC. And he also had a few job interviews too in the offseason in the NFL. He looked like he was going to get hired by the Atlanta Falcons, and then they decided to go with who they got now. But that's insane. That's actually insane for him to say, hey, it must be going really bad behind the scenes for him to want to leave. I know they got blew out by Clemson, and then you see his girlfriend on the side talking to him during the game and all of that stuff. You see those memes making their way to those pictures making their way on social media, and it is odd, it's weird that a coach's wife and girlfriend is just able to go up to him during a game and talk to him. It's a lot of stuff going on the sideline, right? I've coached high school football. I've coached youth football. Never coached college football, but high school football, we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on during the game, and so I only can imagine what all goes into coaching a college game. It's crazy, but she be talking to him on the sideline and all of that stuff. But I just think this is wild. Like, they still can get a bowl game. I don't know what their schedule is. Let's see if I can pull up their schedule real fast. UNC schedule. Okay, so they have to play Cal coming up soon. Then they have to play Virginia. That's probably going to be an L. They got to play Syracuse. They got to play Stanford. They got to play Wake Forest. And then they got to play Duke. So that is going to be a really tough schedule. Let's see. Do they even have to play? So they at the bottom. So they got to play Stanford. Stanford's not good. Syracuse is not good. Wake Forest isn't good. Cal is 1-1. They could very well actually. They could win some of those. They can win some of those games and sneak into a bowl game. Whether they lose or win that bowl game, the expectations for UNC wasn't very high. Anyways, they have like over what 70 something players that came from the transfer portal or something like that. So that team still has to be able to build one from high school recruiting and then the transfer portal. This is just the first year. So I don't know, man. I think that it's wild. It like I keep saying, it must be something going on deep behind the scenes for him to want to, jump ship that fast, especially when they have a chance to make and win a bowl game. I don't know. It's wild. I don't know. I don't even know any UNC fans, right? I don't know UNC fans at all. It's just crazy that he's willing to give back $1 million of his own money, which that's a lot of money to me. It's probably not a lot to Bill Belichick at all, but that's just showing how desperate he is to be done with the situation altogether, and all of that stuff. Now I wonder what some of his coaches, his assistant coaches, are going to do. Probably look to go to other universities or go back to the NFL. I think the NFL will probably be the fastest option, because I don't know if a lot of college teams are hiring coaches to come in during the season. Like the NFL, they hire and fire guys all the time and bring guys in, stuff like that. So I don't know. That is crazy. But I am curious to hear your thoughts on this situation. If you are a UNC fan, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Like I said earlier, I thought that this was going to work. I thought it was going to work. I didn't expect them to win a national championship or to blow college football out of the water, but I thought that it would work. And they still got time. They 2-3. The ship must be taking on a lot of water, and that's why Bill Belichick just wants to pull the plug and give back $1 million of his own money to get on out of that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments section. This is wild, but y'all let me know. And yeah, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so we can get to 780 subscribers. Hit that bell notification button so you can stay up to date on all the latest drops. And leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. All right, until next time.